My man! Welcome to the show. How are you? Really excited as a parent and as a person of color to have our guest today. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, guys, what's up? It's Irfan. Hey, guys, so sorry. Is Carleton on the line? He is. Can he join us on camera? My man! Dropping knowledge on those videos, man.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Hey,
morning.
I got to tell you, man, you really blessed me with your email, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just getting response on with the videos and things like that. So you blessed me.
I'm humbled. I don't even know what to say. I think it had a lot to do with obviously the content, but it was kind of damp and rainy and dark here last night. I was watching them around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I saw the first one. I was like, oh, okay, they're doing their thing. African-American couple sitting next to each other, just giving each other shit. That's kind of dope. And then I saw the second one. I was like, oh, shit, all right. Then I saw the third one. I was like, oh, my God. Then I saw the double feature, and I was like, damn. I'm just gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah, well,
it was a lot to take in. Because you're such a positive guy, you're so easy to talk to, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not gonna get into too far deep into it because I might end up getting emotional. I'm not trying to do that on this call right now, but I really do think you've got something special. You've got value in your content and your personality, all those things. I think I'd love to just sort of see if I could break those videos up into like bite-sized pieces, and publish snippets of them on your social media. It might be a good idea. But let me pause there. What would you have liked me to get out of those? Was there something specific that you were looking for?
I just really wanted to get your feedback. I hadn't, as you noticed, I hadn't put down any platform at all.
Yeah, this is literally, so when you and I first talked, one of the things that I said was, you've got a really unique offering by virtue of who you and your wife are, especially in the Bay Area, because there's not a lot of people who do what you do targeted towards the African American community. And so I think being able to take that content that you shared with me and share it with your audience is exactly what I was looking for. Putting yourself out there, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, right, sharing the things that people don't like to share, because the minute that somebody else who's gone through the similar situation sees that, they're automatically going to want to reach out to you. Right. That trust, that credibility, that warmth, that empathy, so many of us, I think, go through our lives in a very lonely existence, and we've got all these demons between our ears. And once they allow themselves to work with somebody like you, that all that craziness, all that head garbage just sort of dissipates. I can tell just by the way that you both carry yourselves. You talk from a place of empathy. Your energy is positive. It's very calm. It's very sort of non-judgmental. And I think in the African American, I'm not Black, in case you didn't notice, but some of my best friends are Black, which is another line that's used all the time. But I think there is a lot of judgment. You're just supposed to be strong. You're just supposed to get through shit. And I think by sharing some of those snippets, that in the right places and promoting that stuff, I think it's just a matter of knocking that door down. If enough people knew who you guys were and what you do, I don't think you guys would be sleeping, because your practice would be just grinding all the
Right.
time.
Right.
You know, when you prior to you to starting this business in your early corporate career, what were you doing?
Good questions. I
Because I
ran.
know you were hustling. I know you were doing all right.
Yeah, I was a real estate. I was in the real estate business, in the mortgage business. I had about 100 agents working for me. I did really very well. I mean,
Okay.
making about $50,000-$60,000 a month in the
Okay.
market. You know,
Yep.
I was doing really well. Then
I knew that you were doing well just because when you talked about you didn't allude to the fact that, you know, how well you were doing, but you had a certain swagger and confidence in some of those videos that just
yeah,
said, okay, so he's been there, done that.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
it's when I hear people going like all the things that you want, the big house and all the cars, all stuff. Been there, done that, and boats. I have a 40-foot yacht in the water. All that kind of stuff is just monetary crap, and doesn't mean anything to me. And it's just toys,
yep.
And then but it's you at least you learn. You learn. I tell people all the time. It's like I used to look at my tax returns and I'm going like, man, you think I'm a crack dealer or something. It's like I'm a drug dealer. I'm like, I never even thought of making this type of money in my life, but I do believe that will become back. I do believe that God will restore that, because in 2008, when the market crashed, that's when everything came tumbling down, and it was hard. But
Yeah.
we learn. We learn. We humble. We become humble in a sense.
And so let me sort of switch gears and talk about what I want to get into when we do our podcast with you and the missus.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm fascinated by, so this goes back to my background that I shared with you. I
Right.
grew up in a very white neighborhood. It wasn't until middle school that I started to meet people of color. I started wearing an African flag that's made out of leather on my neck. I listened to Public Enemy, Run DMC, and all the rest. And I initially thought I was white, and then I thought I was black, and then I wasn't sure. But race, class, and gender are always important to me, by virtue of how I grew up. Now I know where you live. You live in the Bay Area,
Oh, yeah.
and you've got a huge tech contingent, people that work for Google, for
Yeah. They're all here.
They're all there.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of these people fancy themselves as Democrats. A lot of these people fancy themselves as very egalitarian, and they don't see color and all the rest.
Correct.
But at the same time, these are all the companies that don't promote Black people.
True.
Right? And so I would love to explore what it was like being a successful Black man, what it is like being a successful Black man in that environment where people probably do a double take when they see you doing your thing on your boat, in your car, all those things.
Oh, no, I got stories. I tell people I was the guy in Milwaukee who died in Milwaukee with the foot and the neck. What's his name? George
Floyd.
Okay, I was George Floyd way before that ever happened. Believe me.
Oh my gosh, man.
I was driving down to Danville. It's a white community, in my suit, in my Mercedes, and I get stopped. It's a true story. This is like 2001. I guess I'm in my Mercedes. I get stopped. He stops me and says, "What are you doing in this area?" And of course, being smart, and you don't question the cop or get smart. I said, "This is America." Why did I say that? I questioned him, and I questioned him and said, "This is America." Four policemen later, I'm on the ground, and because I questioned the cop, because I asked him, he asked me what I was doing in this city, and I asked him, "This is America, isn't it? What are you asking that question?" That's how stuff can escalate. Because I was in a city that they didn't recognize a Black guy in that city with a Mercedes. I was doing
I know
business.
I know Danville. I've been to
You know
Danville.
Danville, okay?
Yeah.
So I was doing a listing in Danville, but they basically they were profiled me in that city, knowing that I should not be in that city. This is what I'm talking about, or I drive, I bring my boat to a dock, and somebody called the police because they thought I stole my boat.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so wait, how did the whole Danville situation end? What ended up did
It ended up, just understanding that, I can call, I can talk to you. I can call you have no right to ask me what I'm doing in Danville. And it became a big deal. And I filed a complaint to the cop and to the city, and they apologized to me. But this is the stuff that started. This is way beyond the George Floyd days. I mean, this is the days when you're profiling. While you're in a city or you're in a location, you're going to get stopped. And so that's just normal stuff. But,
now that I'm a car guy.
yeah.
What model?
Well, I had an S500. Now I have an S550, but I had an S500 at the time. And so, so it was, the windows were tinted, the whole thing,
Yeah.
And it's just, I guess I was a drug dealer, a pimp going through Danville, I guess, and I was when I was in the business, I was always in a suit and tie. I mean, that was my business attire. And I just couldn't ask him. I was like, what do you stop me for? And he's asking me, so what are you doing in Danville? When we see you driving to Danville, this is America, right? Oh,
I guess not.
One thing you understand as a black man, you don't question the cop. You can question him, but I can't question him because now I'm insulting him.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. That's the difference between a white person and a black person. You can question him, but they're not questioning that man. They're not questioning because it will escalate, and it did escalate.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never had that experience, something that extreme happen to me yet. I'm waiting, but I'm waiting for it to. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like halfway prepared. I feel like I kind of invite it almost. Like I'm like
you don't. You just got to get mentally prepared, mentally understand what's going on. And some guys just want to make a name for themselves, and I just we're all here, we're all human beings, and I am not a second-class citizen. And so when you get treated that way, you become angry, you just become irritated about it because I put my shoes on the same way you put your shoes on, like my pants on, and things like that. That's that's what it's all about. So, and I just and I forgive the people. Really, I really forgive them because I need to move on. I can't live in bitterness and angerness and things like that. I have to move on and forgive them.
I enjoy being bitter. I like to hold grudges. But no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, we can walk around with a chip on our shoulder all day long, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy for me.
Okay, because I felt the chip on my shoulder was really motivating me, but maybe it's not. I don't know. I think I'll have to schedule some therapy with y'all to figure that out.
I did used to work with a chip on my shoulder because the reason why I got into the real estate game was I remember having a review, and I was so mad at this darn review. Carleton, I always remember this review. That Carleton is a diamond in the rough. Like, a diamond in the rough? What does that mean? A diamond in the rough? I mean, a diamond in the rough. I was mad about that. Like, I'm a diamond. I'm not a diamond in the rough. I am a diamond. And so I decided to leave and open my own brokerage, and I just basically created my own wealth, and I impact a lot of guys, a lot of people lives, people that used to work at Walmart, Target, now making six figures, and they would never imagine making six figures in their life. And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take care of families and show that there's a different side to working a 9 to 5.
So those are some of the things that I want to cover when we get together, and obviously meet your wife as well. Is there any now, if you've got particular questions that you would like me to ask you,
You can ask
that's
me any
fine.
question. You can ask me any question you want to ask.
Okay. That's good then. All right. Do you know when we're scheduled to do that? I want to see if we could move it up.
You're all booked all the way till November.
I'm booked for most people. Okay. I've got
what they say in Chicago, I want to be like Mike. I want to be like you. Okay?
No, man. You don't want to be a 5'4" Indian guy with insecurity.
I want to be like you.
All right. Let me figure out when let me figure out when the next date I'll be able to squeeze you guys in. I'll give you 2 or 3 dates, but I've had a series of interviews with Black leaders. And so it's almost turning into a series, which is kind of dope. So I want to continue it because I find that the content is just more raw.
Yeah.
It's not fluffy.
Yeah.
So anything else while you've got me on? I love being able to connect with you.
Well, I was going to ask you, one of the things I was thinking about those clips was when you put them on, I don't think people really understand what the clips are all about. I think we need to maybe have a beginning clip to really introduce the clips.
Okay.
Because when you show it, you're kind of like, well, what, people don't understand what it is. I think they need an intro to the clips, or, and then kind of like that. That's what I think.
Okay. Is that something that you need to record? Because I don't think that was in there.
No, it's not. And that's the reason why I said, that's just sitting down and just recording me and my wife and just kind of give a clip, the clip on what's this about and who we are.
So the production company that did those videos for you, I think it's called Black Soil.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They did a great job.
Let me say, this is a friend of mine who believed in us, who believe in what we do. He said, I'm going to do this for you guys. I'm going to bless you guys and do this for you guys. That was his first production.
I'd love to be introduced to him.
I would definitely introduce you to him, for sure. He's a great guy.
I've got somebody that he should meet. So there's the person who produces my podcast. His name is Ahmad Rashad. He was named after the sportscaster Ahmad Rashad. And he's also a really cool cat. He's technical. He's great at what he does. But I always find that when I connect two people together that are artistic and creative, that are on the same page philosophically, like good things tend to happen. So I'll just put that out in the universe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be dope.
I mean, he came in with his team, and we sat down, and he had in his head, what he wanted to do, and we didn't know what he wanted to do. But I said, this TV show called Black Love is where you got two couples, a couple sitting on the couch just talking about what we were doing, just got sharing a little bit, and it just kind of got like that, and then it got really emotional. And I mean, it wouldn't, that's how it was. We were starting off kind of like a slow moving train, then it got kind of deep, and that's just how it came out on the video. I wouldn't believe me, it was nothing planned. Nothing was planned. It was just nothing was planned. Nothing was planned like that.
That's insane.
Yeah, we were just talking, sitting there with a camera and talking.
Was he asking you questions, or were you just wow?
No, he wouldn't ask us questions. We were just talking.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. So next steps for me is you're going to get together with the missus, maybe create a preface video, a trailer video, get that over to me. And then what we'll do is we'll chop these up and start posting them. And then I'll send you some dates as early as next week where the three of us, myself, you, and your wife can get together and I can just ask you a million questions that are swimming around in my head.
Yeah, you can listen. There's no question that's untouchable for us. We'll answer them. It's not this, we're very transparent. We're very open. So,
Okay, cool. Another quick thing that I wanted to share with you is Google came out with a new service very recently, within the last month or so, that is pay per lead. So you don't have to pay anything unless the lead is good.
Okay.
And they actually I think like they have to sign up with you. And if it's not good, you could just tell Google, hey, it wasn't good. So that might be an economical way. Just what I'm looking into today is whether or not they offer that for therapists. I know they do it for a variety of different services, but let me take a look at that and I'll get back to you on a couple things, that and a few other things. Okay.
Okay. There is one thing I want to do is there's this website called the Marriage Club, Black Marriage Club. They got a million followers, and the Marriage Black Club, I think it is Marriage Black Club. They got a million followers, and I think I need to get myself on that platform. It's just kind of it's all African American.
Is it a group?
It is a website. It's a Facebook page group. It's a Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a Facebook page. I gotta look it up. But they have a million followers, and the advertising is really, really cheap for what for the exposure part of it, I believe.
You know what we should do then is once we record this podcast, you should share it on that group. Like, hey, check it out. And so that way everybody can see it.
Right.
Probably because that'll give you that's exactly the right audience.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And I think if they see even like 30 seconds of that clip, you know, that's all it takes for some people to reach out to.
Yeah, I think that's important. So that's where I like to go. I mean, you guys are doing an amazing job regarding the Facebook advertising. I'm loving it. You guys are doing a great job. They look great. I get a lot of compliments.
Because I care.
I get a lot of compliments on the content and things you guys are promoting. It looks really good. I'm really comfortable with that, and so
I like working with you, man. And we're gonna just whenever when you start getting some clients and things start moving, I'm gonna push you to move the needle. I want to get you leads. I want to get your business growing, so that we can go chill on your boat or something.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
All right. Okay.
I'll take a trip to Chicago for sure.
That's for sure. That's for sure. All right. I'll send you a quick email a little bit later today with just recapping what I need from you and vice versa.
All right.
And we'll go from there.
Okay. All right, man. Always good talking to you.
Peace.
All right.